we go, the 78th country, Togo. I went from Bailing, Grand Popo. I took a shared taxi that took me to Togo. When I was entering Togo, I've got visa on arrival, and together my passport pages got 2 pages left. So the immigration officer told me I supposed to have 3 pages left in order to apply the visa on arrival. So I just said, shall I remove one old visa in order to make one more vacant page? And then the immigration officer laughed. So did I. So they just kindly gave me the visa on arrival. And after that, I took a motor taxi to my guest house, but it was not during the check-in time, so I need to wait. While waiting, because on the way I saw a Chinese restaurant, so I want to go there and grab some food. I supposed to go to one restaurant on my guidebook, but after that I saw another one, so it's more close to my guest house, so I went to another one. So I first connected to Wi-Fi in order to send my family message to let them know I arrived to Togo safely. And after that, the Chinese owner in the Chinese restaurant noticed that I am a long-haul budget traveler, and then he told me don't worry about the money for the food. So I ordered one dish, and after that he asked me if I need one more plate of veggie, and I said yes, and then I finished all the food happily. And after that, Mr. Zhang, the owner, noticed that there will be not a hot shower in my guest house, and then I was sick at that time because I caught the cold from Bailing. So he was very kind to tell me that if I feel comfortable, I am welcome to move to his restaurants upstairs to stay in the vacant room for a couple of days. I feel so appreciated. And after that, I wanted to pay for my meals, but he said I can save my money for my ongoing trips in emergency needs, and I almost had my tears came out. So I just followed what he said and moved it to his upstairs. He gave me a vacant room by myself, and after that he told me, okay, I can grab a hot shower and take some rest. The next day I woke up very early from my night coughing, and I feel like a zombie, but I still needed to go to the China embassy for inquiring if I can apply a new passport, because I've got 2 pages left on my passport. So I arrived there, and then there's a local guy in the reception, but I wanted to talk to Chinese people from the embassy, but he told me Chinese people were having meetings, so I have to wait. So while waiting, I watched some Chinese TV and then grabbed some food from the street, and then came back. And finally, I met Mr. Yang from the embassy. He was shocked to see I was there, because it was his very first time to see some people inquiring in a situation like me. And then he was not sure, but he said he would check it with me. And after that, he told me the local China embassy has no right to issue me a new passport. The only thing they can do is to send my application to Hong Kong, then invite the Hong Kong immigration officer to send my new passport to Togo. But it can be risky, especially in Africa, by posting, and that's what Mr. Yang told me. And he couldn't tell how long it may take, and the time to stay in Togo is limited. And what if I haven't received my new passport, and then the permit of the duration in Togo is expired, so I am kind of in difficulties. So At the end, I decided to go back home for applying a new passport. And after that, I left the embassy, and I got left by a local person. His name is Eric, and he speaks Chinese because he used to work in China, in Shanghai, as a football coach for like 2 years already. He just came back to Togo for his mom's funeral, and we exchanged contact. After that, I returned back to the Chinese restaurant, and the owner, Mr. John, treated me for lunch. And there were another businessman from the next table talked to me, and then he was kind of interested about my trip, and then he said he would treat me for dinner together with the Chinese medical team in Togo. So and he can invite the Chinese medical team to bring me some medicine for my coughing. So I said yes. So that night I had a dinner with a bunch of Chinese brothers, and of course they took me Chinese medicine for coughing. And I suddenly proactively asked the Chinese brothers to help when I was traveling, because I had some not very nice experience back in Latin America. Like there was some guy who were helping me with some purpose. So since that, I suddenly seeking assistance from my Chinese brother. But with the conversation with the Chinese medical team, they encouraged me to seek assistance from Chinese overseas during my travel abroad. So I said I will try next time. And after that, I needed to buy a ticket, but I couldn't get it online. So Eric took me to the ticket office, but unfortunately that day they had the electricity shut down. So I just came back to the Chinese restaurant, and then Eric and his girlfriend and another friend from Ghana came to the Chinese restaurant for dinner. And from Norway, I went to Coco Beach. This place was recommended by Tio, who I met in Berlin. He was sick in Togo too, so he came to Coco Beach for therapy. So I just followed his advice, and then for a couple of days I was doing nothing. I just eat, drink a lot of water, watching TV series during the daytime, and listen to the waves from the beach at night. So after a few nights, I got no more coffee. So that's a wonderful therapy for me, and then I feel so much great to be healthy again. Because before I was very nervous, because it's in Africa, and when you got cold, you feel just so panicked. And after that, I came back to the Chinese restaurant, and I talked with Mr. John and another flatmate upstairs. He was doing business in Africa. So I feel in Africa, no matter you are a business or entrepreneur or backpacker, it's kind of challenge. So I really admire their courage. And then one day I was sitting on the street, eating for breakfast. I feel like I miss Africa already for my ongoing departure. Because when you were here, you might be tired about Africa, but when you're supposed to leave, you feel you miss already. Because before I came to West Africa, I feel like unpredictable and nervous. But after I came here, I discovered the culture and the soul. So that was my very first time in West Africa trip. So still there was a lot of ongoing West Africa interest to discover. So I will be back. And then but it's good that I can be heading home after traveling continually for several months. So the next coming episode will be Tajikistan. Thank you very much for listening. I will catch you up with the next one. Bye for now.